With the Solana Developer Platform, you can easily create tokens from pre-built templates or configure your own. You can also deploy, mint, burn, and manage the supply of tokens through the dashboard or API. In this video, we'll cover how to properly issue tokens on Solana. So to get started, we first need to create a token. So we'll navigate over to the Issuance tab on the SDP dashboard and click on the Create Token button. Here, the pop-up menu has a few different options that you can choose from. The first option is a stablecoin. So an example use case for this would be US-backed tokens. Then you have tokenized securities. An example use case for this would be anything that needs to be a regulated asset. And then you have arcade tokens. So a use case for this could be something like gaming tokens or loyalty points. And then you have your custom token option. So the first three tokens in this list, they come with key token extensions enabled at the time of mint on the token that seem to fit best with each use case. If you have something that differs from either of these paths, you can make your own custom token and pick which extensions that you want to be enabled on the token. We'll talk more about the extension options in a second. So for now, I'm going to just click the stablecoin option. Now, when you're creating the token, you're going to have to fill out a few fields first. So the first one is going to be the metadata URI. So that is an HTTPS URL for the token metadata JSON file. So we're just going to type in an example here. So next you have the token name, and that can be anything that you want to name the token. So I'll just say test token. And then the next is the symbol. So the symbol is 1 to 8 uppercase alphanumeric characters. So I'm going to make this just test. And then you can pick which amount of decimals you want the token to have. And then we'll just hit continue. Now, the next field has the main signer. So the main signer is the controlled wallet that SDP is going to be using to deploy the token and to make any actions later with the token. Now, I'm going to make this the main wallet. In the drop-down menu, it'll have all the options of the wallets that you have in your SDP platform. And then for the allow list option, an allow list is going to be the wallet addresses that are allowed to own the token. So if you want to have a list of addresses that are allowed to have this token, then you're going to have an allow list. But for a stablecoin, we're not going to do that. Okay, so once you created the token, it now shows up on your issuance page. And you can see on the top it says pending. So this token isn't actually active yet. And the reason is that it hasn't actually been deployed to the blockchain yet. So now that we've created the token, we can manage it, make sure all of the fields are set how we want before we deploy it. So on the manage token page, you're going to see all of the authorities. So here, this is the wallet of the main wallet that I used to create this. You can edit this to make it other wallets to have these permissions. Now, the next page is going to be the extensions. So these are all the extensions that you have available to you and the ones that are configured for this token. Now, one thing to note, once you do actually deploy the token and create that mint account, you can no longer edit the token extensions on it. So you're going to want to go to this page and make sure everything that you want enabled on your token is going to be enabled now before deploying it. So you can look at all the options you have available to you. Now, you just have compliance. All of these we can work with later. So now that everything's set how we want, we're going to be able to deploy the token, and we're going to use the signer as the wallet that we set and deploy. Okay, so now you can see that the token has been deployed. If we go back to the issuance page, the tab went from pending to active. So now we have an active token on chain. Once the token is active, we can now start minting tokens to wallet addresses. So since my wallet has the mint authority, I'm going to be able to mint to other wallets. So I'm going to go back to another wallet that I have just so you can see what it looks like. So I'll copy this address from my secondary wallet and I'm going to mint tokens into it. So I'll go back to the issuance page, manage, and then we're going to mint tokens, and the destination is going to be my secondary wallet. And I'm just going to mint 1,000 tokens. This is a stable coin. And we'll mint those tokens into my secondary wallet. And because my wallet that's signing the transaction is the mint authority, I have the permission to do this. So let's go back to the wallets and see if the balance is updated. So you can see here, the secondary wallet does have a $1,000 balance, and that's because I just minted my stablecoin to this wallet. And then to be able to meet regulatory compliance, you also, as the permanent delegate, have the ability to seize tokens from a specific wallet. So let's say a wallet now is a sanctioned entity, we can now seize those assets. So if I paste in the same wallet that I just minted tokens to, and let's say I want to remove all of the tokens I just minted to it, we can burn them. So now we've created, deployed, and minted our first token through the SDP platform. So just to recap, whenever you're going to want to interact with your token, you're going to go to the issuance page, find the specific token that you want to interact with, and then click on manage. And this is where you'll be able to handle your freeze controls, pause controls, updating any metadata on the token, all of the fund management, and being able to mint and burn tokens. And then one last thing to go over, this does link to the Explorer. So this is going to take you to the Solana Block Explorer, and it's going to show you the token that you've created and all of the transaction history against that token and all of the information for the token as well. Now, this covers everything that you're going to need for issuing a token through the Solana Development Platform, and the next video is going to show a full end-to-end example of payments through SDP.